Now on Coast TV News.
Punishment debate. The Lewis Fire Department president slams the gavel down on former Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo's punishment, but not everybody's on board.
Boost for schools.
If that's where it's actually going, I think it might actually be a good thing.
An option for new funds, how it could change Sussex County schools.
I'm literally saying it right now on my graphic. Summertime is back.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
What happened in this building Tuesday night regarding former Lewis Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo?
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with new exclusive information on the decision-making process surrounding Buckaloo's suspension. On your screen now is Buckaloo, who was suspended from the department in July after making what the department called a, quote, derogatory comment. An email from sources now shows that the comment was the N-word. At Tuesday's fire department meeting, the department decided Buckaloo could come back after serving his suspension. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Lewis at the fire department. Emma, multiple members of the fire department tell us that decision-making process violated the department's bylaws.
Charlie, our sources tell us when members met on Tuesday inside of this station, Fire President Wally Evans said to the members that Buckaloo's suspension was not up for discussion. Our sources say Buckaloo's punishment violates the department's bylaws because it wasn't harsh enough. Our sources Tuesday night tell us Fire President Wally Evans read a letter from an attorney he consulted with and slammed a gavel that they're keeping the ruling as is and it's not up for discussion, meaning Buckaloo is suspended for 60 days and can come back to the department. After that announcement, sources say some members began to speak up, demanding Buckaloo's case should go in front of a disciplinary board. Sources also say Vice President John Colpo sits on the disciplinary board. The vice president previously approved Buckaloo's punishment, meaning it would not go to a disciplinary board, according to our sources. Sources say some members were so upset that they got up and left the meeting. Sources tell us, in their opinion, most members wanted a harsher punishment for Buckaloo. Indeed, sources say Buckaloo's current penalty violates the department's bylaws because punishment should have been progressively worse, considering he's been in trouble in the past. Back in 2018, Buckaloo was arrested by Lewis police for disorderly conduct after urinating off a dock. And in 2020, while serving as assistant chief, Buckaloo was suspended for a Facebook post that included a slur aimed at a drag performer following a show in Rehoboth Beach. You might be wondering how the department feels about all of this, or President Evans, or Buckaloo himself. We tried to get those answers for you today, but were met with no responses or no answers to our questions. We will continue to pursue this story and the individuals involved. Reporting live here in Lewis, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Following Buckaloo's suspension, the Lewis Fire Department held an election to pick a new fire chief. Robert Stevens is now currently serving that fire chief role. And full disclosure, the current fire chief, Robert Stevens, is the husband of Coast TV assistant news director and anchor Madeline Overturf. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should Buckaloo keep his membership? Let's take a look at the updated results. And here's what we've got right now. 71% say no, 29% say yes. And this is the same poll we ran yesterday in our 6 p.m. show. Yesterday, the results were showing at 29 yes and 71% no. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. You can also leave a comment, and we'll have updates tonight on Coast TV News at 11. Let's take a live look outside into Lewis right now as we check in with our first alert, Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. And Paul, seems like that temperature gauge, it's going to go up.
And we're going up several clicks or ticks for tomorrow, and then even more so going into Saturday. So we're going to be bona fide hot and humid like a summer day. Now, right now, we're still on the cool side of the pillow. I mean, we're talking about 72 degrees and a possible sprinkle paying us a brief visit in Rehoboth. But we're already in the 80s in several locations, 83 in Milford, 81 in Harrington, Redden, 80 right now in Laurel. And the temperatures have come down a bit since we've signed on. But this is one of the reasons why it's going to stay so active, because winds are coming out of the south, bringing some heat and humidity. Maddie.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. A new bill allows Sussex County to add a school impact fee on new developments, meaning new construction brings new money to the schools, but the county has to enact an ordinance first. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson live in Lewis. Brandon, the bill only applies here in Sussex.
Maddie, the Cape Henlopen School District has been asking for an impact fee like this for years on construction, like the one behind me, if you can see it back there, on developers back there across Kings Highway. And this impact fee would apply if Sussex County were to enact it by the council. The county council would have to enact it, and they would have to pass an ordinance to apply it. As stated in Senate Bill 176, a 1.25% fee on building permits would go towards school construction. Now, this fee does not apply to projects under $30,000. A Cape Henlopen official tells us this funding would go a long way in fighting overcrowded schools.
Cape Henlopen has lost approximately $63 million in school funding. We've had to go to referendums to get the school funding. We've had 2 referendums fail since last couple years, and that impact fee would go a long way to helping us to get referendums passed.
Now, again, this is important to note. This impact fee would have to get the green light from Sussex County Council, and the council spokesperson tells CoastTV there's no timeline on if or when this will be put in front of Sussex County Council. Live in Lewis, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
Shooting in Frankfurt in the area of Honolulu Road and Reed Street left 2 people hurt. That's according to Delaware State Police. Troopers say the preliminary investigation revealed the victims were driving in the area when unknown people fired multiple gunshots at their car. Both victims were taken to the hospital. They are expected, though, to be okay.
Wicomico County is moving forward with an immigration enforcement agreement. The agreement that the county is looking at is a type of the 287G program. It would not involve Wicomico County deputies patrolling the streets with ICE. Instead, county employees would be able to serve immigration status related warrants to undocumented immigrants that are already in county custody. And they'd be able to be held at the county detention for up to 48 hours before being transferred to ICE.
Our deputies are doing exactly what their job entails them to do now, and then our COs and our jail is doing exactly what they do now, is holding people. So that's so we're really not having any sort of additional duties or anything like that.
Now, there has been some pushback. Several people and groups, including the NAACP and ACLU, raised concerns, including the potential cost for taxpayers, racial profiling, and wrongful arrests. Still, details need to be worked out here between the county and ICE, so likely a few more weeks for the deal to be finalized, and then deputy training would begin.
Parents in Wicomico County are pushing for safety improvements in schools. This comes after kind of a scary start to the school year at Parkside. As we first reported, an 18-year-old student was arrested for carrying a loaded handgun. The Wicomico County Sheriff's Office quickly took the student into custody. Nobody was hurt. Still, parents are pushing for solutions, but they're not quite sure exactly what they should be.
But there's not a parent would gripe if they had to help pay for it, because there's just some things you cannot put a price tag on.
Wicomico County Superintendent and Board of Education did issue a joint statement. It says, among other actions, they're looking to install more metal detectors.
The legal battle over an offshore wind project off Delmarva rages on. U.S. Wind has now filed a cross-claim against the Trump administration. The offshore wind developer is arguing that federal agencies are illegally trying to undo Biden-era permits that cleared its project. Last month, the administration notified a federal court of its intent to withdraw the permits. U.S. Wind is now asking a Maryland court to declare its approvals valid and block the administration from reversing them. The Trump administration says an official remand of U.S. Wind's approval, that's expected by next week.
We're just getting started tonight.
How a small business, a plumbing one along the coast, received a $10,000 grant.
And on the rise in heat and humidity, anticipate a dose of steamy sunshine for the next couple of days. More on that coming right up.
But first, why a bocce ball league is so much more than just a sport. This week's Coastal Connections after the break. We're back in just 60 seconds. In Ocean Pines, neighbors are finding new ways to connect. One person's love for bocce ball has turned into a league that brings dozens of people together. In this week's Coastal Connections, Kevin Zappé introduces us to the folks who are making that happen and shows us how one game is strengthening both friendships and the community.
Mike Galello has lived in Ocean Pines for years, and when he saw 2 perfect bocce ball sets at the Ocean Pines Yacht Club, he took it upon himself to start a league.
It's a fascinating game, and people have been asking about it. We had a residential recreation court here originally, and it was being overused, so we thought, why not?
What started as a simple email asking if anyone would like to join turned into dozens of people wanting to play.
A lot of people are really interested in the game. We had people that came up to us and said, you know, because of our physical ailments, this game fits us perfect. We can come, we can play, it's social. So it's really a fantastic game.
And so the first ever bocce ball league in Ocean Pines started this summer, with 24 teams and 72 people playing throughout the week. But for many, this was their first time ever throwing the ball, which led to people asking, how do you play bocce ball?
Essentially what the game is all about is that there's a smaller ball called the baleen. It's thrown first, then each team has an opportunity of 4 balls to get it as close as possible to score points.
Elaine Brady has lived in Ocean Pines for years, and this is her first time ever playing bocce ball. And she loves the game and all the new people she met in her community.
And I'm going to leave you
alone.
Don't
leave me alone. So many new friends through this. It's a lot of fun. And you're meeting new people. I was surprised in the first year that we're doing this that it has become so popular.
This not only brings a fun and competitive sport that anyone can play, but a sense of connection and friendships being made along the way. According to Galello, the Summer League has had so much success that registration is now open for the Fall League, and you can sign up at the Ocean Pines Community Center between now and September 18th. I'm Kevin Zappé in Ocean Pines, CoastTV News.
We are getting set up perfectly for summer-like conditions for Friday going into Saturday. So need you just kind of keep that in mind. We're not in that full fall pattern just yet. Couple of more days of summertime, then we'll fall into that fall pattern and probably and more likely stay there. Our Ocean City view. Absolutely glorious blue sky for us and 72 degrees by the 10 o'clock hour with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures have now dropped from the mid 80s to the lower 80s and 70s right now. We're at 81 in Milford as well as Seaford and Redden. We're at 80 degrees in Harrington as well as Bridgeville. And we're at 77 degrees in Lewis and Rehoboth. The winds are consistently coming out of the south and we're drying out a little bit for right now. We've had a bit of a dry August going into September, and we'll keep a close eye on that, monitoring that as it pertains to possible drought conditions. I'm going to give it another week to see how things pan out with this rain that we're expecting. Now, we are expecting just a small touch, a dash of rain, if you will, is what we're expecting. Not a full meal, but just a dash, so to speak. And we see it beginning to ease its way towards Madison and Cambridge with a couple of sprinkles. And we have heavier showers that's actually to the south that I think is going to carry over the water, but it may just swing mainly to our south and even south of Ocean City. We'll have to track it throughout the night and keep you updated. But the model's indicating that we could see it pop up in the Elliott by the 10 o'clock hour and then dissipate kind of quickly as it moves towards the northeast with scattered sprinkles. By the way, our Shore Living Expo is going to be Saturday, and the Saturday forecast, we're expecting temperatures in the 80s again with a chance of rain by 6 o'clock. But tomorrow, look at where we're going to end up. 88 across the board for us from Lewis down towards Millsboro. We are expecting a high of 83 in Cambridge with a good deal of sunshine, and more heat and humidity will accompany 86 degrees in Snow Hill, Berlin, and in Ocean City. So for Friday, for the coast, we're looking 70s, but beautiful sunshine, Eastern Shore, well into the 80s. Now by 9:30, this is a different model, saying that we could see a sprinkle or two near Lewis. It's kind of all over the place because it's trying to transition from summer to fall, and so it's that transition into another season where it gets a little iffy with this thing, but we're still going to monitor it because we're in the middle of a summer type of a day, and we're going to warm into the 80s. Now, what I don't think is going to be transitional or iffy is Saturday. Saturday, I would place all my bets right there over towards 8 o'clock on Saturday, going into 9 o'clock as those showers push through with a chance of a thunderstorm. And the reason why is because we'll have 2 days of heating up. So we're going to cook for 2 days before the souffle comes out of the oven. Got it? Cool. So muggy meter, we drop dramatically after Sunday because the rain's going to push it through. Skeeter meter, we're going to be dealing with mosquitoes on a high level for Friday going into Saturday as a result of this. And our chances of rain will continue to stay marginalized till we get past Saturday. Here's a look at your extended forecast.
Paul, thank you. Fans across Delmarva flying high with excitement as the Eagles have their home opener tonight. It is the first game on the season, and they're facing off against longtime rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. After last year's Super Bowl win, neighbors say the Birds have the momentum to soar into another big season. Across Delmarva, fans are wearing their green with pride and counting down the hours until kickoff.
Tonight I'm hoping for a win to start the season off and another Super Bowl win.
And you can watch that game right here on Coast TV. Coverage begins at 7, kickoff scheduled for 8:20.
And Sunday Night Football is back. You can watch the Ravens take on the Buffalo Bills right here on Coast TV. The game starts at 8:20.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Is there anything better in baseball than a walk-off win? If you ask Shorebird second baseman Braden Smith, probably not. He hit a 3-run RBI double to lift Delmarva to a 5-4 victory over Lynchburg last night. The Birds trailed 1-0 after the third inning and were down 4-0 by the bottom of the ninth. But Delmarva put together 5 runs for the comeback win. The series is now tied 1-1, and while it does run through Sunday, tonight's game is the last one airing on DSN in the 2025 season. Head over to the Delmarva Sports Network at 7 for the Shorebirds versus the Hillcats. And baseball season is winding down, and that means it's back to school season. Fall sports are back. Watch your favorite team all season long on DSN Plus and save with our new seasonal pass. Just $24.99 gets you access to multiple live games each weeknight and special streaming-only weekend events. All season long, you can sign up today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com. Now's a great time to jump on that deal. There's 4 football games plus the DSN game of the night, Delmar versus Parkside tomorrow. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, Delmarva.
If you're driving along the coast, you may have seen one of these signs. Seaside Plumbing provides services all over Delmarva, and recently they received a $10,000 grant for business excellence and community leadership. The co-owner of Seaside Plumbing says they plan to use that money to help future plumbers in the area.
It's all about the people, and when we invest in people and they grow, they get to grow with us, and our community grows, the industry grows for plumbing contractors. It's just a win-win for everyone.
And they plan to continue their efforts to teach oncoming plumbers and provide plumbers plumbing needs across Delmarva.
In Milford, we're at 79 degrees right now. We're going to drop down to 72 with a chance of a passing sprinkle or two. Keep that in mind. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Idario De Fritas of Salisbury. Congratulations. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstead, Mandalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We got a couple of days of real-time, for real, all the way live, summer-type weather. Heat and humidity, all that included, with a chance of a thunderstorm Friday and Saturday, particularly Saturday, before we go back into the fall season, just in time for football and fall kicking off Sunday.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.